Okay, I did my presentation on COVID pandemic's impact on the esports world. This is by Brock Witmoyer. So how has COVID impacted the esports industry? First, it saw a ban on mass gatherings. Just like our normal day lives, we couldn't go to restaurants, see friends, school even. And this was one of the things that hit the esports world. One of the biggest things is their events they hold. All these people come around from around the globe to watch these events and participate in them. Due to COVID, those had to get shut down. As you can see from the picture in the bottom left, these are one of the events that was out there. Thousands of people come around, couple teams come around, and these people could not attend these events anymore due to it. We also saw the cancellation of nearly every flagship event out there. One of the most notable ones was the CSGO event in 2020. Due to COVID, they had to cancel it. Too many people were going to be there. Can't really social distance at these events. It just wasn't something that was going to be happening. Also suspended championships that were going to be scheduled. There was a championship event in 2020 in South Korea that had to be canceled due to COVID. They couldn't get a grasp on the pandemic. A lot of people are getting sick. Again, so it can't social distance at these events, so they had to cancel it. It also made many players quit the esports industry. If you work for something in your life and you keep pushing for yourself to get better at this thing, to work for one goal, which is these events they go to compete, and they can't do that now due to a pandemic, they got frustrated and they started leaving. They didn't really see an end in sight with the pandemic and didn't know what to do. Their best option was really to get out of the industry. How has it changed esports? Well, we saw many events switch to online. So a lot of people could now start to participate in these events. Someone like me who has a team but can't travel and actually get the time and the money to compete in these events, we're now able to because we could do it from our own computer. It saw more teams get involved, more people get involved, and more people to start to watch. Saw the emergence of Formula One also due to their season getting canceled. They set up something where they brought in some of their racers to compete in an online race, such as iRacing, and stream it to those Formula One viewers so they could still watch almost like the season. It also saw football pros, better known as soccer pros for Americans, start to compete in virtual events. After their season got canceled, a couple of those soccer pros came together and started to make these online events for them to compete in for fans to watch. Now, how has it changed the esports? Well, because of these Formula One people coming in, soccer pros coming in, and more notably, just some of the famous people getting into video games and streaming it, it saw more people get into the sport. The more people that got into the sport, the more funding we saw go towards more teams. So more teams got increased funding. They were able to use that funding to buy better equipment, get themselves more trained, and compete in more events after COVID restrictions were lifted. And then again, it allowed more teams to compete since they were moved online. During COVID, a lot of the events were online. More and more teams were able to test their skills in these events and compete with the top pros. With all the publicity and more people coming into the industry, it saw this esports industry become one of the top grossing industries out there. More and more people came, more and more money came in, and it just became a better industry. And then here are some of the references I used to create this presentation. Thank you.